Community Languages School. This morning we're here to advise you of the $1.78 million component of that investment on behalf of what I would probably call the raising the bar of Sickle will oversee not only the attendance but also the provision of education. They will be able to track that education very, very perfectly, to analyse that education, to analyse how community language schools are being embraced, and also be able to accredit more fully our volunteer teachers, which is so important to the process, raising their credentials, which I think will lift the standard of community language schools. Now on behalf of 35,000.
Sir John Carrick, who recently passed away, his words were that education of course needs to be adequate for vocation, but it needs to be far more expansive and equip young people for what should be a lifelong adventure of learning. And community languages speak to that. We all know about the commercial benefits of understanding language, but the social benefits of also being able to form all those connections on the basis of language capacity and the capacity to communicate. It's important in relation to commentary about language, and certainly language within the curriculum, that we don't go down the line of picking winners. The beauty of Australian society is that it is built on diversity. We need to celebrate that diversity in terms of the language offerings that we provide to our young people, particularly from culturally diverse backgrounds, so they can maintain and strengthen those cultural connections, but also share those connections into the melting pot of Australian society. This is a tremendous initiative. I'm so proud to be engaged in it, as I know that every member of the government is, because it speaks to what is different and what is special about our jurisdiction. It also speaks to some of the parameters of lifelong learning as well. Internationally, there is agreement about the parameters of an education system. It should be equal, it should be of high quality, it should be inclusive, and it should also be lifelong. Community language skills speak to all of those things. It provides equal access to great extracurricular for students, for principals. There's been a long tradition of engagement, including with programs offered by governments to provide additional opportunity for young people, and will continue to do so. This program is under review because of concerns in relation to the level of